I'm here with Dave,
Hey,
Surface 604. Dude, I was just up in Canada hanging out with you. We were at the lake, we're cruising around, checking out the fat bikes, but you didn't show me this one, dude. What the heck? What is this?
I decided to keep some things back, Court. You know, I can't give it away.
All your cards.
Right. No, I was hard at work building this bike. Maybe 3 months in the works here.
Yeah.
And I knew we were coming to Interbike, and the company, they gave me a budget, and they went with it. You know, Corey and I, back up in Whistler. He's a big surfer. This is his surfboard, and so. The bike screams surf, and it's vintage.
Hey, look at this thing.
Yeah.
And the fenders. So who did some of this?
So I'll tell you all about it.
Yeah,
I'll give props to everybody. So the guy who did the fenders, that's probably been the biggest eye catcher.
Yeah.
This guy named Mark, MK Fenders. And you know what? It's killing me. I can't remember what state he's in, but anybody can check him out. Mark at mkfenders.com. He builds these things from scratch. It's real wood. You choose your wood. Wow. They are functional. Anyway, they just complete. In fact, they were a big. Sometimes when you build a bike, you're starting from bits and pieces, concepts. You know how that is, and so we've been eyeing up these fenders for a long time. And
you were talking about them. I remember you were talking about. You were like, "I'm gonna get the wood ones with them."
So I'm gonna keep going. So
with the Brooks saddle here, with the Brooks grips.
So you know when we were in Whistler, I had you riding my own personal
with
bike
the big
with a bit of ape
cruiser
hanger,
bars.
right?
Yeah.
So this is the other bar that Corey rides, and anyway, it's just so fun to cruiserize it and get up and get looking around, and you don't go fast. You look good. Right?
I love it.
The paint job was a big thing. There's a guy up in Vancouver. His name's Toxic Harold. Toxic Harold, and he's a bit of a legend in the bike world. He got his start with Brody bicycles back in the day up in Vancouver, and he's been doing it ever since. And he's an eccentric guy. I'd recommend. Toxic Designs out of Richmond.
Okay, so what we're hearing here is you can't buy one of these yourself. Okay, I reviewed the stock Surface 604 bike. It's a great bike.
Yeah.
But what did it cost to? And look at the white tires. I mean, you had to add those too, right?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, these are V Tire, and I think we're going to be doing some business with V Tire because they make some dope tires,
good stuff.
studded tires and stuff like that. So, so if you want to look, so this bike for us, that's the bike as it comes out of the box.
Yeah.
That's it's a sport model. It's got a mountain bike seat. It's got a mountain bike riding position. The rack is the rack just came in. You haven't seen that.
Yeah, so this is an option, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So we've got front and rear racks for the bike, and they just came in. They literally just came in.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. So that's how that's going to go. Super tough, super durable. I was riding around on it. I took the seat off and I just rode around on it.
Nice.
So this is where your skis are going to go. This is where your rifle's going to go. Your fishing rod, your 12-pack goes up front, right? So and it's no coincidence that this is exactly the size of a 12-pack. And anyway, so this just shows people what's possible.
Yeah. No, it's real eye-catching. It's creative.
It really is. So we get them in, and then we show them the bike. And then we tell them the price, $24.99, delivered to your door.
Very nice.
And all of a sudden, So we've had a lot of traction here today. It's been great.
I love it. Congrats on that.
Thanks.
But that's not the only thing that caught my eye. Yeah. So when I was coming in here, I saw this guy. What's going on? Sam, how's it going, man?
How's it going?
I'm curious about this. It's the first time I'm seeing it.
Yeah, this is one of the lightest weight carbon electric bikes on the market.
Oh my gosh.
And we're just showing it off today here at Interbike 2015, and this is a full carbon fiber frame, carbon fiber fork, even the handlebars here.
Look at that. This is like Aero or something. You got kind of a cool molded
I'll
design.
Show some little cool designs over here on this bike on the ground, but what it is, it's a 33-pound, 27.5-inch cross that can be used as a mountain bike or a city commuter, and this is what we brought here to the market. You know what? This is what happened. You've been in the e-bike market for many years, and what we've been doing here is we've been fighting the stigma of e-bikes being heavy and expensive.
Right.
And this is what we're trying to revolutionize here is we've gone away from having super powerful motors. We've put a nice 350 watt motor that's built
mid-drive, so it's efficient and still powerful.
And the battery that's legally built into the down tube. It's inside the tubular size. And
it's locking. There's the lock. There's the power switch. I noticed that. Are these bottle cage boxes?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
yes,
thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you. Yes.
We realized, this is something that customers have been asking for a long, long time, and we thought, we need to deliver that.
And can you tell me one more time? Let's pause for a second.
Okay.
How much does it weigh?
This is 33 pounds.
How much?
33
I mean,
pounds.
that's crazy.
Yep.
Mountain bikes without motors and batteries weigh like 25 pounds.
Exactly.
So that's crazy. For people that, and you mentioned 27.5, you were talking about the wheel diameter. So that's kind of like it's a good balance between something that's nimble, good handling, but also efficient for that road use you were talking
Absolutely.
about, or a little bit of off-road, some trail. You got the studded tires.
Exactly.
This thing is a beast, man, and it's cool.
We can't wait until this thing rolls out of production line in February of 2016. And what we're going to have two different options. We're going to have the mountain biker style, which is going to have a RockShox.
Thank you. I was wondering
because
carbon, it tends to be a little, there's some give.
Absolutely.
Compared to like aluminum, I feel like it's like aluminum, carbon, maybe steel.
Yeah.
And so you do have some comfort, but for a little bit of off-road, having a fork, what kind of fork, do you know?
It's a RockShox Rebel, I think it's called.
Okay, cool.
Really nice suspension fork. It's a 120 mil travel.
Nice.
And what we're going to do for the production line for the mountain bike one, we're going to go with the SRAM 1x drivetrain, which is going to have a 36 tooth in the front and a 1042 11 speed in the back.
Nice, 11 speeds. That's
11
great.
Speed is going to give us great climbing ability as well as road.
And tell me again, who makes the motor?
This is a motor that has originally been designed in France and is being manufactured in Taiwan.
Okay.
The brand is called Bofeli.
Okay.
And we had really good success. I personally went to the factory and talked to them. It was a fantastic factory to work with. Yeah. They did extensive testing on this particular motor, which has a built-in torque sensor and the controller.
Really?
Which makes it just a one sealed unit that is just bomb-proof. You don't have many components sticking out and a lot of wires. It's just a very clean setup. And
what was the size again? The nominal rating?
It's a 350 watts.
That's pretty solid.
Oh yeah, for a commuter bike. Like again, this is the bike that does not have a throttle.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you've done that already, but from our fat bike experience, we've gone away from throttles years ago. We've got so much options here because it does not have a rear hub motor. So the options here are endless.
Yeah.
And let me show you something cool that we did actually just for the show. We've tried to do something cool. So we tried to
integrated?
Yep. We tried to integrate right into the dump tube. Now, this is not how the production version is going to be like. You know why? Because we had a lot of dealers come up to us and say, you know what, this is cool, but what if my customer wants a higher raised stem? Right? So it is very limiting. So we built this as a prototype, but production version is going to have a standard stem handlebar
with it's a clamp on.
Clamp on.
So will the bars still be carbon, or will they be just some other
steel? Probably
aluminum or something. Yeah, that's not bad. You're right. It's neat, but you're closed in. Yeah, you can't do much with it after that. And
of course, this weight saving comes at a very at a cost, and I'm not talking about dollars per se. I'm talking about the actual battery size.
Yeah.
We realized this is a 33-pound bike, and it does not have a big battery. It's got a 6-amp 20-volt system.
Really?
In it.
Okay.
So
you're right. That's definitely it's a little bit smaller, but it's maybe efficient.
It is efficient. You put slick tires on it, and you're pedaling. You've got lots of gears to play with.
Yeah.
This is for an urban cyclist that still cycles to work every day, but he just needs that extra oomph going up the hills. This is the bike for you.
Well, I've seen like Cytronics or whatever, and I've seen KD, and I hope I'm getting some of those names right, but they're these tiny little, hub motors and stuff, and they appeal to me because it's like, well, you put it on a road bike and you get super light, but this is definitely superior to that. I mean, I haven't tried it, but 350 watt mid-drive, you're getting a lot improved balance, you're getting torque for climbing. So even if the battery's a little bit smaller, you get the weight savings. I'm thrilled to try this. Do you have any estimates on range? And then can you talk about price?
Absolutely. No, the price is, again, we're trying to fight the stigma of the electric bikes being expensive and heavy. So the heaviness we discussed, and the price-wise. Now, if bike people, they know that carbon fiber is not cheap. So it's not going to be your $2,000 bike. This actually will retail right around $37.99.
Okay, yeah, so you're still under $4, and you've got a carbon bike that's super light.
Absolutely, and that's what we're all about.
Not
that's
bad.
What we're trying to do here.
Also, I was trying to peek around here. I saw it looks like maybe you got a quick release on that front wheel and on the rear wheel. That's one of the huge advantages of mid-drives.
Absolutely.
And it's like you're back to what just looks like a bicycle.
Yep.
What's this one called? Do you have a name?
It's so far we have a Surface 64 E-Carbon.
E-Carbon, okay.
But we're still, our designers are still working on the decal package. Like I said, it's going to come in two options. It's going to have the mountain bike style version of it and the urban commuter. We're going to have some fancy, comfortable handlebars
Yep.
for the commuting audience, and then a mountain bike bar, which is the nice big wide stand.
Okay.
So it's in production right now, and we can't wait to launch this product, because this 2015 Interbike, our Surface 604 fat bike,
Yeah.
did get a lot of attention, but this thing was just like, whoa, you guys are the only ones on the market today who have the 33-pound e-bike.
It's pretty exciting. Yeah, I think you've done a great job, Sam. I appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time.
Absolutely.
I'm hoping to get out again and check. I left you hanging because I'm sick.
Oh yeah,
That's why. Yeah, I'm not a jerk. Okay, I don't mean to. So yeah, we'll catch one of these on the road at some point. I'll come back to Canada.
Absolutely.
And good luck. Have a good show.
Cheers.